But I'm ordained, so if there's any Bumble users out there who are looking for somebody to officiate their wedding, I'm actually a very great pastor.
It's so nice to be sitting down with you in Bumble headquarters, USA.
It is so nice to be sitting here. I'm glad that you're in this yellow room with me.
It's such a special place because, you know, Bumble has a global presence, but you're headquartered right here in Austin, Texas.
Actually, so many people don't think that we're headquartered in Austin. Now that we have this big neon yellow office, more people are realizing that Bumble's headquartered here. We have absolutely loved being in Austin. I think Austin is an incredible market to test. I think that people in Austin are very progressive and forward-thinking, but we're still able to be in the South, which is so nice.
Yeah.
I think that the voice of Bumble is very Southern. People have been really receptive to the brand and the messaging, and we wouldn't be where we are today if it weren't for Austin. In the beginning, Caroline, who is our chief of staff, and I would work all day and then go out at night and promo model Bumble and get people to download it. And if it weren't for West 6th Street, I don't think Bumble would be here today.
So you're in the business of connecting people. What does that look like? Because it's evolved a lot.
It's evolved so much since we launched. So when we first launched Bumble, the idea behind it was to be a dating app where women make the first move. We wanted to change the narrative for relationships because if you think about it, forever, historically, men have always been the first ones to make a move. At the time that we launched, it wasn't cool to be on a dating app, and it was a very abnormal behavior for a woman to make the first move, so we had to market against those two obstacles. And so we started as a dating app. That was back in December of 2014, and then we have moved into now Bumble BFF, which we launched in 2016. Women match with women, men match with men, and we facilitate friendships. And then we launched Bumble Biz, and that has been an incredible opportunity for us for networking. Women still make the first move in business, so what I like about Bumble is that there are intentions for every single mode that you go into, and it just makes it easier to meet whoever you're looking to meet. Essentially, we are normalizing the behavior of meeting strangers and facilitating introductions, and it's very exciting to do in this safe community that we've built online. We are closing in on 40 million users, and that has been an exciting amount of growth.
You can't really take that role lightly because you can connect with so many people and make such an impact.
Being able to go city to city and meet people, you know, who stop me and say, I'll wear like a Bumble t-shirt, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, do you know Bumble? Because I met the love of my life on the platform, and that happens every single day, and it is incredible to see that we actually are helping connect people to relationships. I mean, on the dating side, over 85% of our users are looking for meaningful relationships, and we've been able to change the stereotype around online dating, which was, you know, predominantly known for being hookup culture. And on Bumble, people are actually genuinely looking to connect and make great relationships.
Bumble's messaging is so specific and special, and you recognize it everywhere. So you're the voice behind that.
Be the CEO your parents always wanted you to marry, then find somebody you actually like was something that I came up with in terms of changing the dynamics for women in relationships and viewing relationships differently. Our overall mission is to end misogyny, but how do you really break that down in a digestible format that is not accusatory or divisive of anybody, but we're just trying to create equality. And so how do you do that in a kind way with a lot of humor? But also, like, dating is inherently awkward and funny, and so is life. Every interaction has humor in it. Make the first move is one of them. One of my favorite ones that we did for Bumble Biz was looking for friends with benefits like PTO, dental, and profit sharing, I think was a great one. Make career advancements without the unwanted advances is another one. Probably my favorite Austin-based line is find somebody who looks at you the way that you look at queso, because queso is my favorite thing in the world. We did in Dallas, welcome to the Big D, find someone who isn't one.
You were willing to say from the beginning, I'm going to be loyal to Bumble. Tell us this story.
I'm very committed. I did jump out of an airplane. When we were launching, the four of us who were working at Bumble at the time got together. We decided that we were going to jump out of an airplane. So I got a film crew together, and we met up in Austin. It was actually the first time that we all were together in real life, and that's how we met, was jumping out of an airplane together for Bumble. The storyline of that was showing that there's so many more opportunities to be scared in your life than making the first move. There are thousands of things that are scarier than saying hi to somebody on a dating app. And we were willing to show an extreme example of that to prove that it's okay to make the first move, and nothing bad's gonna happen. The worst that happens is somebody doesn't respond or somebody says no, and you're able to move on quickly with your life, and that's the beauty of dating anyway. When a woman makes the first move, there's a ripple effect that takes place, and you start to feel that level of confidence and overcoming a little obstacle, and then all of a sudden there's a chain of events that take place, and you're living a more empowered version of yourself, and it is so cool to see that happening for women.
It is, and what a great world you're creating, an environment. I love that it's starting right here in Austin, Texas.
In Austin.
What's something you hope that every woman thinks about herself, or that your daughters grow up believing about themselves, that might be different from the world that we knew not too long ago?
We as women are so quick to give over our power to whoever we're interested in, men or women. You could be the most empowered woman ever. You can have a career, you can do whatever, but when it comes to dating, you give your power away and you're looking for validation and approval from another person. And I wish women knew how special they are, and that it really is up to them, right? I've heard 1,000 times from my friends, it's like, it's great, but I can't tell if he likes me. And it's like, well, time out. Do you like him?
Yeah.
Because I think that once you start looking at things in that way and embracing who you are and loving yourself, I think that what is the most important thing is to feel whole on your own.
Yeah.
And then anybody who is added into your life from there is just a bonus. And
complements your wholeness.
Exactly. And if you feel whole, you're not going to settle for relationships that are abusive or put you down or make you feel insecure. And I think that toxic relationships exist not only in love, but they exist in friendships and in business. And I think that when you have a healthy sense of self and your own self-worth, you're able to create boundaries for yourself. And I think that that's very important. And I also think that for younger generations, I would just encourage women to expand their mind and absorb everything that you can, because there's really nothing that you can't do.
I love that. Cheers! Is this Bumble Bubbly?
This is Bumble Bubbly.
Let's open this bottle and celebrate such great messages.
Yes.
Alex, thank you for being with us.